get to go first yet again in the finals. I will certainly keep this. Ooh, we get to try out Panharmonicon. I am very interested to test this, so I am snap keeping this hand. Even though it's slow, we don't have anything below 4. I would love to see how this performs. Uh-oh. Yep, we're against an aggro deck. Panharmonicon looks a little bit less inviting there, but I can't turn down all this value that we're hopefully getting. Is opponent stuck on mana? They're thinking pretty hard here. I don't know how good this card is. I get the feeling it's okay, but probably not great. Eddy Trailhawk. That also doesn't seem too good. Big question is, do I wait on Panharmonicon a turn, or do I just slam Console Shield Guard? Probably just slam the Shield Guard. I mean, I love the idea of Panharmonicon getting us a ton of value, but I have to weigh that with just not dying. Not dying seems pretty good to me. Attacking with the Apprentice. Oh, they're going to play energy for it. Okay. I was thinking I was going to have a very tough decision on how to block, but apparently not. And Gear Shifter Ace. First striker. Could attack the Thriving Rats. Make a 2/3. And play the Panharmonicon. I take 4 damage on the backswing. Go to 13. Then after that, I get a ton of value with things like Propeller Pioneer. And the Thriving Rats gets a ton of energy that it can use over and over and over. So does the Console Shield Guard. I'm really tempted to just Panharmonicon. Really tempted. I should probably just Shield Guard because it gives us a lot of stability here against our opponent's deck, but it's just so tempting. Because I play Panharmonicon, next turn I play the Propeller Pioneer, Fabricate twice, make it a 3/2, and get a 1/1. The Thriving Rats is a 2/3 and can block anything on the ground. Let's attack first. I'm really not sure about this one. The Panharmonicon gets us a ton of value. I'm going to go for it. Maybe not the best thing to do, but I'm addicted to value. I just need it. I have to see how good this goes. And I get a Torch Gauntlet. Ugh. Alright, that makes the Inventor's Apprentice bigger too. Putting it on the Gearshift Ace is an issue. Console Shield Guard won't block it that well. I can double block it with a Console Shield Guard and a Servo token off of Propeller Pioneer. And that'll kill it. I'd love it if they accidentally wasted this. Yeah, they don't. So let's go Pioneer. And do I fabricate a +1/+1 counter on it and 1 servo? That's what I was thinking of doing before. But now if I make 2 servos, I can triple block the Gearshift Ace and hopefully trade for it. I'd have to trade for the Eddy Trailhawk, but that might not be that bad. I just need to survive long enough. Alright, let's go all servos, I think. It leaves us really open to a combat trick, but I think that's going to be the case no matter what I do. Opponent has to fly the gear shift ace to get around the triple block on the ground. I think I'm okay with that, because then we kill the Eddy Trail Hawk. They can't continue to do that. Revoke privileges. Alright. Just gear shift ace. Take the damage for one turn. Not super excited by that, but I think it's reasonable. Opponent has only 2 cards left in hand. Oval Chase Daredevil. Not great against what our opponent has right now, so let's just slam this Console Shield Guard. Really wish you could get a Die Young. That's the card that we want. Die Young to kill the Gear Shift Ace would be fantastic. Let's pass the turn. Now they can fly the Gear Shift Ace. I might have wanted to chump block it last turn just because of that. Because it does leave us in a very precarious position with it being able to fly. Opponent's deck is pretty fast. I'd love to get another flyer. I don't think I really have a lot. Alright, well, we're dead to a pump spell. We'll block the Eddy Trail Hawk, though. I don't think that we're going to beat a pump spell anyways. So I think that this is okay. We've got to take a bigger risk, but that's fine. We're not just dead right now. Burn spell now. Bastion Mastodon. Nope. Alright. So we have a chance. Not much of a chance, but it is there. Need some non-lands. All of our live fasts are unfortunately dead. No longer good draws. I have to chump something if they attack all in, because I can't block all 3 of these profitably. I can block Old Chase Daredevil and a servo on a Bastion Mastodon. I can do the same with Console Shield Guard onto the Gear Shift Ace, but then this goes through for 2 and I die. So I can't really do that. So I'm forced to chump. Unless our opponent does this. In which case, I'm going to hope that this is good. And we'll double block both. We're not winning if our opponent has tricks. That's just the case. But if our opponent's going to gift us with something like this and not attack the Inventor's Apprentice, then we've got to go for it. They're pausing here, so that might be a really good sign. Did it work? That'd be very nice for us. We only get to keep a 1/1 servo. We're still in trouble. But if we draw decent, got a real chance. Oof. Whenever an artifact enters, it gets +2/+0 and trample. That's what I thought. That's the big problem. Ambitious Aetherborn make another servo for more chumps. Oh, yeah, right. Panharmonicon. We can do 2 things. So we can make it a 5/4. We could also make it a 6/5. Then it can block this Salivating Gremlins even if they get an artifact. Although they could just put a Torch Gauntlet onto it and force the trade. They might not have like a 4-man artifact, a land, and being able to equip the Torch Gauntlet, though. So let's play it. Tough choices no matter what I do. A 6/5 is good because it stabilizes so well. Even if Torch Gauntlet goes on like Inventor's Apprentice or whatever, then Aetherborn still blocks it profitably. So I think we want to just make +1/+1s. And we'll pass. And hope desperately that our opponent doesn't have a cheap artifact to make. They can also just fabricate. Yeah, there we go. And that'll put in multiple artifacts for the salivating gremlins. So that'll be the game. Because they can equip the Torch Gauntlet to it, and I think that's just enough damage anyways. Yeah, they can make it into an 8/3. They just have to sacrifice the Cogworker's Puzzle Knot. And they attacked both this time. Now would be a great time for an impeccable timing. Shoot this for 3. Oh, so good. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. Yikes. So opponent's very aggressive. With how aggressive the opponent is, do I want to change anything? Might want an Eddy Trailhawk of my own. It'll block some 1/1s. It can block their own Eddy Trailhawk in the air. I can get rid of the Panharmonicon because I'm not going to be able to go super long game. Too bad, we only got to use it for 1 game. It looked pretty silly there. Like, it was really strong if we actually had more creatures and a little more time. Just slow, which is, that is the downfall of the card, right? So it might still end up being too slow, but it definitely had potential. It did a lot of work. Made all of our creatures quite a bit bigger, giving us extra 1/1s. It was not insignificant. The big thing was that we needed a little more time. These live fasts look pretty silly too. I could just put in like an acrobatic maneuver. That doesn't seem great. Torch Gauntlet could be okay. Might almost just want like a Night Market Lookout. Ugh. Or Fortuitous Find. Not super excited by these choices. Could keep 1 live fast. And maybe the Torch Gauntlet. It'll work well with the servos. I think that's okay. Could be okay with like an Eddy Trailhawk now that we have it. Yeah, we'll keep this. We get to draw cards that live fast. It's slow, but we're going to kind of hope that our opponent can't go lightning fast every round. They mulliganed once, so that's good. And we are on the play, so that makes it a little bit easier for us to have a slower hand. Inventor's Apprentice. Alright. Rush of Vitality is also a good trick against our opponent. That lifelink should be pretty strong. Gear Shifter Ace. Oh, this could get very nasty very quickly. Some really good starting cards from our opponent. Glintcleave Artisan's pretty good, though. And I'm going to make it a 3/3. If our opponent doesn't have anything, they can't attack with either creature. And if we can actually get to next turn without this dying, there we go, then I have Rush of Vitality. Apparently that doesn't matter, and we'll just have to take damage. Let's get down the Oval Chase. An extra 1/1 wouldn't do us too much extra here anyways, so that's fine. At least stop this Apprentice for a turn. Geoshifter Ace will keep getting in. Nothing I can do about that. This 4/6 seems like it'll be a very hard card for our opponent to deal with. Very big and nasty. Cogworkers puzzle knots. Torch gauntlets. Yeah, torch gauntlets. Ugh. Snap blocking the inventor's apprentice. Not equipping. I mean, I'll block. I need to prevent the damage, I think. Yeah, Eddie Trailhawk. Let's go with this live fast, unfortunately. Would have been great to follow that up with the Die Young, but can't do that. I guess I can play the Dakara Scavenger. I'm taking 5 damage this turn, 5 damage the next turn, and then 5 damage the turn after that. There's really nothing you can do about it because it's all flying. I could just play the Ambitious Aetherborn. Oh, opponent didn't equip Torch Gauntlet to it. Huh. I don't know if that's really good for us or really, really bad for us. Salivating Gremlins. Okay, well, let's play the Scavenger because it's just got a big butt. And then hopefully we can Rush of Vitality and gain a bunch of life back. We can go Ambitious Aetherborn and Rush of Vitality next turn, so that's a thing. Opponent could very easily deal us 9 in the air here. We're not going to put that back on top because we can just get it back with the Ambitious Aetherborn if we have the time. A pretty big if. Opponent's draw has been really good. Their deck is fast, and our deck is just a little too slow to deal well with it. We need to hit some of our... Yeah, there we go. We need to hit some of our removal spells when we're just not doing that. So Salivating Gremlins gives a 6/3. I get dealt 7 damage here for sure if they want to. They might just attack the Salivating Gremlins into the Dakara Scavenger without giving it flying. I don't think so. No, let's just attack with everything. Wait. Did our opponent just decide not to win the game? Okay, so I guess they're just toying with us now. Because if they had flown this over, they could have attacked everything and we were just dead. I forgot that this had haste. So, no reason for our opponent to have done that. They could just straight have won the game. But I'll take it. It gives us a chance. Not much of one, but it does give us one. Smuggler's Copter. Okay. We can crew that with the 1/1. The Ambitious Aetherborn can hold down the ground and just trade off. Not super happy about that, but it's something. I mean, I could wait. I'm taking 5 in the air if the opponent just equips Torch Gauntlets. So I go to 1. I could leave open this Rush of Vitality and wait. Hope that our opponent might attack on the ground. And I can gain some life back. And then we can Smuggler's Copter the turn afterwards. It's pretty tough choices either way. I really don't like having to trade the Smuggler's Copter. I'm gonna take a risk here. But I mean, either way is a little risky. They both have their ups and downs. Because Smuggler's Copter does stabilize us afterwards, too. Okay, put it on the the Torch Gauntlet onto the Gear Shift Ace. And now they're attacking with the team. They're going to not fly the Gear Shift Ace? Oh, wow. Alright, this is great for us. Yeah, I'm really glad this is what we did. I think that our opponent really gave us this game. I mean, we already know they had one turn where they could have actually just killed us, and they just decided not to. So that's pretty good. Now we gain a bunch of life back. And we get to keep our 5-3, 4-3 now. Plus we have Smuggler's Copter for this. I can actually just die young it, so that we're not worried about it. So we can go Smuggler's Copter, Puzzle Knot, and die young, right? I don't have to deal with the flyer. I could Oval Chase instead. Oval Chase Daredevil can block the Iron League Steed with the Torch Gauntlet, and then afterwards I can Copter and Puzzle Knot. And just keep buying back the Daredevil. Actually seems pretty good. And I'll attack the Oval Chase here. Or, Ambitious, sorry. It switched where they were, so I looked at this as being the card that was the 4-3. Yeah, I'll absolutely trade that. Not a problem. I keep buying it back. No reason to be worried about that. That's kind of the point of our deck right now. Ew. Ugh. Alright. Well, Smuggler's Copter can trade with it at least. Should have maybe attacked first, just to give our opponent the option to do something. Not showing them that we have Smuggler's Copter. This card seems great, especially with Torch Gauntlet. That's really nasty. Alright, let's just play the Oval Chase. And I'll put the Cogworker's Puzzle Knot down as well. It makes sense to have two ways to activate Smuggler's Copter, just in case. I can't really think of a way that would stop the Copter from being crewed this turn, but no reason to risk it. I'm going to have to trade it with this Aerial Responder. Can't let a 4-3 Flying Vigilance lifelink creature stay around. I think that our opponent has to attack in, too, because they don't want us attacking with Smuggler's Copter. Find a way to remove that and attack with Smuggler's Copter, they're in trouble. Alright. Crew the Copter. Does opponent have a trick? No real reason to mill ourselves, so. Alright, nothing. Opponent's back up to 16 life, though. Oy. And all gas. Just 4 lands and all gas. Both get to scry. Sure. I'd like to use that. Ooh. Propeller Pioneer is nice. And yeah, I'm willing to offer the trace of the trade of the Oval Chase Dragster still. Let's keep attacking with it. It makes sense if we can keep buying it back. Things like Propeller Pioneer or Cogworker's Puzzle Knot. I might as well use it, right? Kind of what Oval Chase Dragster seems to be all about. And I'm gonna make a servo. It does let us just rebuy this Oval Chase, which seems very important. This card has been absolutely nuts for us so far. Ton of value. Now I'm feeling pretty good. Opponent's only got 2 cards left in hand. This Oval Chase Daredevil still has the Cogworker's Puzzle Knot to buy it back. And we're attacking with a ton of damage. Doubt our opponent's cracking back for 8. Chandra's Pyrohelix. Yeah, that's pretty good. Still hit for 9. And we get a Console Shieldmate. I'll put the Cogworker's Puzzle Knot servo into play here. Pretty sure I do that at end of turn anyways. Alright. Salivating Gremlins doesn't do it. Whew. That was not a game that I thought I was winning at first. That was a knockdown drag-out fight. That was really good. Oval Chase Daredevil was unbelievable value. I thought this card looked really good when I first saw it, and man, maybe it's better than I thought. We don't even have that many artifacts. I mean, we have, you know, obviously a fair bit of Fabricate, but I don't think that this is an absurd amount. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is more Fabricate than you can normally expect, but it doesn't seem like it is, and this card was just insane. Submit. I think that we've done all the changes that we want to. Oof. I am on the draw. If I draw Plains, this is actually really good. Oh, this is actually close. Even just drawing another Swamp, I have Thriving Rats and Die Young. Both of those seem good. Alright, so yeah, I'll keep here. I know it's a risk, but like I said, I mean, you can't play Magic without any risks, and sometimes you're gonna hit it eventually. The odds are in our favor that we hit a land. Not necessarily a Plains, which we did. Feels pretty fantastic, let me just say. Drawing well is a good feeling. Still need to draw another land here to really have drawn well, but I mean, I've got some playables. 2 removal spells and the Thriving Rat seems like more than acceptable starting hand. Salivating Gremlins. Alright. Well, we're definitely attacking, because we can't block with it. Well, just impeccable timing, I think, on that Salivating Gremlins. That one land, this gets really nice. Yeah, I think I have to kill it. This card's too scary in our opponent's deck. We saw it become an 8-3 that other game. Aerial Responder. Land? Nice. Revoke Privileges. Get out of here. Do not need to deal with that card. And hopefully we can follow it out with Combo. If we get a Plains, I'll definitely slam the Augmenter. Cogworker's Puzzle Knot, sure. No big deal there. It's actually just not even blocking our Thriving Rats yet. And we got the Augmenter. It's tempting to just get Combo down, because if they have more, like, Puzzle Knots or a Revoke Privileges or something like that, Combo does a ton of damage to them. And the life gain's pretty great for us. Go make a bunch of 1/1s. And I'm going to attack the Thriving Rats here. Should have done that first, actually, but too late now. I'm not going to decide not to attack just because we're tapped out first. If opponent really wants to use a trick just on the Thriving Rats, I think we're okay with that. Revoke Privileges. Yeah, that's why I wanted Cumble down. Still doing pretty okay, though. Because now we can combo. And I'll attack with the 2 servos and play a Torch Gauntlets post-combat, I think. They want to trade off the servos. Seems pretty reasonable to me. I don't need to die young servo here. Not when our opponent has like the Gear Shift Ace and all those kinds of cards. What does our opponent have? Well, I'm going to attack. I think I leave back the Augmenter. Let them crack Puzzle Knot to trade servo with servo. And let's go servo token here. I think just going wide around our opponent's a really good idea, especially since they have a bunch of 2-1s. And we have the Torch Gauntlet. Makes any of our 1-1s a lot more important. I'm thinking that they got flooded out and they're just straight dead. Oh yeah, 8 mana? That can't be good for our opponent. So let's equip a Torch Gauntlet to one of these, and I'll just swing in. I'll let the Visionary Augmenter trade with the Puzzle Knot now. We're just dealing enough damage every turn that I think that it's good. And they can also, I mean, they probably just want to block the servo anyways. Yep. Down to 1. Let's go Puzzle Knot and pass. Don't think our opponent's getting out of this one. Any non-creature spell kills them. Wow, 9 mana. Yep, that's a lot. We finally did it. Nice. Awesome. Well, we went 2-1 in the first full force draft video. That's certainly not bad. Had a really bad run of tough luck in round 1. Got pretty lucky at the end of round 3 there, though. Our opponent got really flooded out. It was a tight match besides that. We had some really close games there. I think that this white-black deck definitely has some play to it. It seemed pretty decent. I really like that style of play. And things like that Oval Chase Daredevil were just insane. Man, that card got unreal value off of our opponent in that second game of the finals there. But I appreciate everybody stopping by, saying hello. I'm going to be putting up my GP Atlanta rundown next week because I'm going tomorrow, actually, to GP Atlanta. So I'll be seeing you guys for a vlog of that and our rundown article. And we'll do another full force draft next week as well, continuing with Kaladesh. If you want to know what it's going to be and you want to have a vote, then follow me on Twitter at IlyonMTG. And you'll be able to vote in what we're going to do next. Thanks everybody for stopping by, and I hope to see you next week. Yeah, let's just discard Skin Render and then Victimize. Victimize, getting back Render and Rager. Sacrifice our Hex Mage. And now we get some huge value.